Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Miami Dolphins. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10, here's Lawrence again. Flushed out right. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence now going to move him around. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They go play action with Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 57 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this division round matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Well, they'll let McLaurin try and run. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Lawrence will throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, the mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why the attack was one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes,
another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Wright's got it. Oh, that's just not fair, and that room to run. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now a give, right side, right. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 98 yards on the ground here for Harris. It's a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him take...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add onto their lead. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 17-7 the score. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Lawrence on target there to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Terry McLaurin, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But let's have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down. It's right. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 42. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down. It's right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Second and 10.
They run the counter. Right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, it's right.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one. Good.
On 1st down, it's right. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch it, Oscar.
Now Tua. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Now a handoff up the middle. Right. Finding his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The kick by Sanders is good. And they cuts the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, right, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
29-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's right, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
3rd down and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you get to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
1st down, Jacksonville.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
1st down, Jaguars.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Right. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Looks like they'll move things around here. On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The option, here's ETN. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, Lawrence. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. I think a lot of time when you see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's got this down to the 35. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
Go, let's go. Think right. 30 left.
Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it. as we come up on a big third down. Here's Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They come up on a 1st and goal in most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Flush to his right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down now. It's right. 31 yards there at 1st down.
Well, they really need to get something going, didn't they? They have punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Tua on 1st down. Right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Okay, they'll come up now on 2nd down.
18 Cardinal.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Now a give right side. It's right. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake.
Yeah, sure. Without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they're getting with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing now, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken around the 12. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Tua. They'll keep it on the ground. Right. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here's Tua. On 3rd down. It's right. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Hey, 21 TX.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.